Alright, YouTubers, welcome back to another episode of Crafty Batch's Beer Reviews. Today we are going to do another one of Sierra Nevada's beer camp beers, and this is going to be their Weizenbock. So nice wheat beer ahead of us, looking for some um, good stuff again. So we'll check it out, see what it's about, and go on. This beer, Sierra Nevada, of course, out of California, is 6.8% by volume, and should be pretty straight on wheat beer. We'll check it out. Should be a little darker than other wheat beer, so we'll see what we got. And that was awful. That was terrible. Decided to go with my wheat beer glass, but I poured that awfully. We've got a hand and a half head. We'll let that settle out a little bit. Right, well, sometimes I forget how heavily carbonated wheat beers usually come out. So, terrible pour. Took a while for that head to settle, but we're ready to go. So, again, this is their wheat beer from Sierra Nevada on their beer camp tour, and this is going to be in at 6.8% alcohol, so getting up there pretty good. Still not really going to want to cellar this, but should have some really interesting flavors, and we'll give it a try. So, off the nose, I feel like almost with these beers, like with such a huge head, I'm smelling so much more of just like the carbonation, but you know, just kind of that barnyard aroma coming through, just real kind of grainy smell, not necessarily like a big heavy barley, malted barley smell, but just this wheat smell. So yeah, so just expecting a really mellow, even tone, and we'll see what we get. A little bit of fruitiness in there. I wouldn't say citrus. What is that? A touch of citrus, but not orange. Maybe more like a tangerine. A lot of sweetness under that, though. A lot of sweetness. Interesting. It's actually very different. I haven't had this beer before, but wow. Of course, lots of lacing on the glass. Expected. Yeah, I mean, just this really incredible sweetness. It comes through in the middle of the tongue. On the front, more of kind of like a tangerine or close to an orangey citrus. On the back, just kind of this bitter wheat, grainy kind of flavor. So, it's a nice beer. It has this kind of, I don't know, through the whole flavor, like it just has this kind of, not twang, but I don't know. It's good, but it has something just kind of throwing me off a little bit. So, But I mean, just really upfront, just that kind of tangerine, citrus, and goes to this really kind of sweet, um, almost caramelly flavor, and then just finishing off on kind of a little weedy, bitter note. So. Really not much to speak of as far as hops, which I expected. So, anyways, it's a decent beer. It's interesting. Not my favorite wheat beer, but it's definitely a very different wheat beer to kind of throw in the mix if you're looking for something different. So, but a nice beer. Got a very caramel, sorry I didn't do this at the beginning, but kind of orangey caramel color to it. But it's good stuff. Check it out, give it a try, and there you go. So thanks for joining me, and take care and happy drinking.